Most people think creativity comes from thinking harder, but there's another idea. That insight comes from thinking less and paying attention to what's already happening in your mind. This video is about something called image streaming. What it is, how it's different from brainstorming or imagination, and a live example so you can see how it actually works. Image streaming is a structured thinking exercise where you let spontaneous mental images arise and then describe them out loud as they appear, without trying to control them or make sense of them. You're not visualizing anything on purpose. You're not trying to solve a problem. You're not interpreting symbols. The rule is simple. Notice what appears, describe it, and keep going. The images are often vague at first, blurry, fragmented. Sometimes they don't even feel like full pictures. That's normal. That's actually the point. The term image streaming was popularized by creative researcher Win Wenger, who believed that a lot of human insight happens below the level of clear language. His idea was that by forcing yourself to describe raw imagery out loud, even poorly, you strengthen the connection between perception and language. Whether or not all his claims hold up, the practice itself highlights something real. We filter out a huge amount of mental content before it ever becomes a thought. Now, what image streaming is not? It's not brainstorming. Brainstorming is goal-directed. You're hunting for ideas. Image streaming isn't searching for anything. If you go in asking, what idea can I get from this, you're already doing something else entirely. Not visualizing or imagination. Visualization is controlled. You decide what to picture. In image streaming, you don't choose. You describe whatever shows up, even if it's strange, boring, or unclear. It's also not daydreaming. Daydreaming drifts. Image streaming is disciplined. If you stop talking, you stop the exercise. The speaking is what keeps the signal alive. Now, why talking out loud matters. Saying the images out loud is something important. It prevents you from editing. It keeps the mind from snapping back into analysis mode. And it stabilizes weak impressions that would normally vanish in a second. Think of it like trying to hear a faint radio signal. Image streaming isn't turning up the volume. It's turning off the noise. So instead of keeping this abstract, let's do a short example. I'm not going to try to impress. I'm not going to do anything to try to interpret anything or make it bigger than it is. I'm just going to describe what shows up moment by moment. Okay, now I'm closing my eyes. There's darkness, but it's not flat. It feels charged, like the air before a storm, kind of. Thin streaks of color start to appear. Electric blue, sharp green, flickering like distant lightning. The streaks cross and split. They form a grid for a moment, not perfect, but structured. The grid tightens. One square brightens more than the rest of them. I zoom into that square, and a shape rises out of it, black and smooth. A chess piece, tall, a knight. The knight tilts forward. The board beneath it blurs like it's moving faster than it should. The whole scene kind of surges forward. Now it feels like speed, like being inside a car at night. Blue and green lights streak along the sides. The road curves sharply, but the motion is staying steady. There's a sudden flash, white then green, like lightning striking nearby. The flash clears the scene. No longer moving. In front of me is a figure, a woman, not detailed but luminous. Her outline shifts between blue and green, calm, still. For a moment, everything else drops away. No board, no road, just a feeling of a presence. The image is loosening. The color fades back into darkness. The charge is still there though, like electricity after power's cut. I don't know what it means. I'm not trying to decide. I'm just describing what I saw. Now, notice what didn't happen. I didn't ask the images symbolized, trying to know what they meant. I didn't steer the sequence. I didn't force any conclusion. Image streaming isn't about instant insight. It's about training attention to notice material that usually gets filtered out before it becomes a thought. People use this practice for creativity, problem solving, and sometimes self-understanding. It won't magically make you a genius, but it can loosen rigid thinking. And sometimes that's enough for new connections to form later on their own. If you're curious, try it yourself for a couple minutes. Describe whatever appears. Don't judge it. Don't explain it. Just keep talking. That's image streaming.